Now, let's take you to Oyo State in particular, where more than a year after the anticipation of the surveillance aircraft have now been delivered to the Oyo State people. And the Diamond DA-42 aircraft, first announced back in July of 2025, arrived at the Samuel Ladoke Akintola Airport this week after delays caused by sample work carried out by their Chinese manufacturers. Governor Seyi Makinde says they support the Amotekun Corps and other security agencies with intelligence gathering, aerial surveillance, and faster response to kidnapping and banditry, particularly along Oyo State borders, which borders between Kwara State and the Republic of Benin.
But the 7.7 billion naira, that's quite a significant sum, you might want to say, for any states to commit to 2 aircrafts. And the real question Nigerians are asking is it a practical one? Does buying the hardware actually translate into safer communities on the ground, or does it simply look impressive on the tarmac? Well, we have joining us this morning, retired Air Commodore Baba Gamawa, who joins us this morning. Good morning to you, Commodore. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning for having me this morning.
Well, from your experience and from a purely operational standpoint, what can these 2 aircrafts actually do for a state the size of Oyo? I mean, we're talking a state that spans over 28,000 square kilometers. Ground patrols, and I mean, there are, of course, existing security structures. What can these 2 aircrafts really do for a state like Oyo State?
Yeah, well, let me start congratulating the Oyo State Governor Makinde for doing a fantastic job, because what he has done, this is what we want the other governors to emanate from him. Why I'm saying this, these surveillance aircrafts, they are good. With the security situation we are having now, more especially Oyo State with the border with the Kwara State and Benin Republic. This is a good thing, and those aircraft, they will do a very good job. They will give an assistance, information, and surveillance on what is movement of goods, movements of human beings, movements of the whatever criminal activities within the border. It is a very good thing. If you remember, even the custom, even the immigration, they had an aircraft. They have surveillance aircraft. They have an aircraft that will man the borders and so on. So this is a very good thing. It is going to help to improve the security situation within the environment, within Oyo State, within the Kwara State, and even the country. So this is a very good thing. And this one, it will give a helping hand to our existing security that's around that area, even in the country at large.
Well, talking about the fact that it's a good one and it can help the already existing structure, when you look at your state particularly, does that kind of structure exist in the first place? You know, that coordination, that intelligence, and whatever is needed, that, you know, these aircraft can now just come in as some sort of aid to what we already have on ground. So my question to you is, does Oyo State have that coordination infrastructure first?
No, you know, the once before the aircraft will come in, I'm sure a lot of consultations, a lot of homework has been done, and there should be a collaboration between the existing structure and the structure, and also the security agents that are there, and also the Oyo State government. It's not as the Seyi Makinde just went and brought up a surveillance aircraft one day without consultations, without keying in to the security structure that we have within the area. So you see, people should not look at it that he just brought an aircraft without coordinating, without keying in to the existing structure, without even contacting the security agencies around that place. I'm sure the governor must have done that. And the kudos will go to him. To me, honestly, he has done a good thing. And he should encourage even the other governors to do what he's doing, because the security issue is not a one-man's business. It's everybody's business. And he has done his own part. And people should not look at the money, should not look at the issue. They should put a politics aside. You see, issue of security, there is nothing like anything politics. It's something that you have to protect people's lives and their properties.
You know, I needed to ask that question because of some of the comments that Seyi Makinde made after the abduction of those pupils and teachers from Orire local government. You know, he made a statement to the fact that you can't look to him to actually take action when he doesn't have control of the security in his state. And I mean, that's literally the coordination I'm talking about. Now, the conversation about state police is still very much in progress. There's not been that decentralization, as it were. The police is still under the control of the government at the federal level. So in view of all of this, how will this particular aircraft now help to actually achieve its desired objective?
Actually, it will help. You see, when it comes to issue of security, when it comes to issue of hardware like this, when it comes to issue of an aircraft or surveillance equipment or whatever, you see, the government, the states and the federal government must come together and collaborate and put heads together. Forget about all this political talk that they are talking about. I'm telling you, nobody, no any leader will fall down his hands and watch his people has been kidnapped, his people have been tortured and all these type of things. So you see, it's everybody's business. The federal government cannot just sit down and say, hey, because Seyi Makinde has brought a surveillance aircraft, they cannot sit down and coordinate and also key into the system. No, it's not like that. So please, people should not think that way. Yes, they will have their own exchange of words based on political or whatever affiliation or political reasons and so on. But when it's come to the security, I'm telling you, there is nothing like that. Those aircraft, they can help, and those aircraft can be key into the security situation. They can collaborate with the state government. And I'm sure you, before they went and purchased this surveillance aircraft, there must be a collaboration, there must be a talk, there must be understanding so that they can bring this thing. Because anything comes to the security, forget about the politics. Things will work, and things are working the way things are going.
Now, the state government has said the aircraft assembly delays meant they weren't operational during that abduction of pupils and teachers in Orire. Does that timing concern you about how quickly these investments can actually, be put to use when it matters most?
You see, I want people to understand that they didn't build this surveillance aircraft because they have adopted Oyo girls and all Oyo children and so on. No, you see, it's beyond that. It's beyond that. You see, anytime you find yourself in a position of leadership, you just have to be very careful. You have to look at the responsibility that have been given to you. And I know, Seyi Makinde, that I know him. He's the kind of person that is very meticulous. He's the kind of person that he knows what he's doing. And I'm sure before he goes into that venture, a lot of talks, a lot of consultation, a lot of key into the system and so on must be done. And before you do this thing, you cannot just go and buy this thing. You must have a clearance from the Office of National Security Advisor and so on. So it's not something that people would just look at it politically and brush it out. No, it's not for only the purpose of that kidnapping and so on. This is a system that you want it to work. And let me tell you, this venture is not only Oyo State or the border between Kwara and whatever and Cotonou and whatever. No, this thing is even going to help in the country. I have given you an instance. I told you, I said, look, even the custom, they go for border patrol. Even the immigration, they go for this thing. Collaboration with the Nigerian Air Force and other security agencies. So it is not a new thing. Please, people should not look at it on political side. Let's look at it on the way how we are going to improve the security situation in this country so that we will have peace.
Now, while the state government is working, the federal government is also doing their part. Recently, Mr. President announced the expansion of the army divisions that we have in the country. But Air Commodore, there are people that will say to some of the attacks that is happening all over the country that in these communities there's not a lot of security or police presence. Don't you think the government is perhaps taking a totally different route that does not address the matters, head on?
Look, it's not like that. You see, I told you, I say, look, security situation is not one man's show. Yes, the federal government have been trying their own. The state government is trying their own. Even the community, the stakeholders, the traditional rulers, the malams and imams and pastors, they have a role to play because information is very important. Intelligence information. People should give information. People, when they see something, they should alert the security agencies. Apart from the security agencies, the state governments are doing their own. They too, they have a duty to inform the security. Whatever they see, they should report. And let me tell you, the way things are going now, it's not like before. Let's tell the truth to ourselves. At least, no matter how, there's an improvement on what is happening. And it is gradual, it will go like this way. The only thing that I always tell people, let's have confidence on our security agencies, on the leadership. We should give chance to our leaders. Let's not be criticizing them every day. It's not right. Hello?
All right. Well, there are also critics who point out that this is taxpayer money that is being spent on hardware. While, we will have a lot of communities who lack, some really basic security presence. How do you respond to someone who says this money should have gone to further funding boots on the ground rather than putting eyes in the sky?
Well, that's his own opinion, and everybody has the right to say. But I'm telling you, the government, before they take such decision, a lot of things have been done, a lot of consultations, a lot of this thing has to be done. But all what I'm saying, the government cannot do everything at the same time. Everything goes systematically. Everything goes step by step. For somebody to come and say, yes, it's the taxpayers' money. Taxpayers' money, somebody will sit down with small biro within 2-3 minutes, are taking the whole money. What can he take? What can he do? All this issue of corruption, we have to sit down and take things to tell the truth to ourselves. But for the leaders that they came out and trying to do one thing or the other, please, we should support them. We should not criticize them. That is my take.
All right. Baba Gamawa, thank you for your time on the program this morning. But before we let you go, I'd like to quickly just ask, the people of Oyo State, of course, are celebrating to see that the reason for this aircraft is to improve on security. But then the aircrafts are here finally after the long wait for them. Here we've gotten them, we received them by the Oyo State government. Makinde himself was present at the airport and all. But what should the Oyo people, look forward to seeing with the use of this aircraft? It's not, now we've moved from waiting for them to come. Now they've arrived. The use of this aircraft, what should this surveillance aircraft now, what should the Oyo people look forward to seeing in the coming days?
Well, my own to the Oyo State people that they should thank their governor, Seyi Makinde, for doing this a good job. They should pray for them, and also they should expect positive things. They should not put negative things in their mind. We are praying for them, and we are looking forward to see these aircraft have done what they are here for. And we should always trust our leaders. We should always trust the leadership. We should also give our contribution, whatever, whether in prayers, whether in their own contribution, whether they see anything that is going wrong, they should bring into the authority so that things will work, so that we have peace in Oyo State, we have peace in Nigeria at large.
All right. Retired Air Commodore Baba Gamawa, thank you for joining us this morning on Morning Edition, helping us look at Oyo State in focus. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me, and God bless you. May God
Bless you
help
too.
our leader. Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Thank you very much.